I'm gonna use this reference to draw this mixed media eye drawing using the colors and charcoal. So follow along and learn how you can draw this beautiful eye using the mixed media. As I'm already done with this rough outline here, and I have used the tracing method to draw these outlines or freehanding the specific area. Next, I'm gonna go grab the kneaded eraser to lighten the sketch before going in with the further details. So as I always upload the reference image outline drawings on my website, you can find the links in the description down below. So using the mechanical pencil, I'm gonna draw the light freehand outline of an eye as I'd already created an accurate sketch using the grid method. So for this eye drawing, I'm gonna fill the pupil area first with the charcoal pencil and blend it out with the tissue paper later on. So the pupil is usually the darkest area within the eye, but you may find that some shadows are also rather dark. Along with that, I'm also drawing the spokes radiating from the center. Next, for the iris portion with the actual colors of the lens, I'm gonna go use Polychromos colored pencils, and the remaining portion of the eye will be black and white, and I'll shade it with the charcoal pencil later on. So for the texture of an iris, I'm gonna use the colors that you're seeing on the screen at the moment. I'm now gonna draw these texture structures such as crystals, thin threads, spots all together with these colors that you can see in the iris, which is definitely a complex pattern. So by gradually adjusting the values with the discussed colors, I'm now developing a subtle three-dimensional appearance of an iris. So here it's really important to preserve the areas for the highlights, as I'm only drawing the shadowed patterns here, because it's very hard to go back and erase the highlights when working with the colored pencils. As I am now currently working on developing the darker tones found within the iris, along with that, all of the strokes are going in and out just by followed by the reference image. So here directional stroking is very important with the colored pencil, otherwise these all patterns will look flat and unreal. Next, with the help of charcoal pencil, I'm gonna add some black thread texture where needed. Once I'm done with the basic texture, then I'm gonna go ahead and draw the dark black outline of the iris with the 6B charcoal pencil and blend it out with the blending stump. So there are two procedures for adding details in the iris. One is to fill in the area with contrast and then remove the highlighted areas. And the second one is to leave the highlighted areas unsaturated and draw the shadows only. So here I've applied the second procedure. You can choose any of them. So make sure that you erase the excessive charcoal with the kneaded eraser to make the iris look nice and clean. You see here is a big narrated part of the eye where I'm not adding much shading, but just adding some very light curved lines with these colors. Also, I'm adding some orange and ochre for the reflections. Then I'll go ahead with the Helioblue and black color to draw the dark flecks of the iris. So these textures are very irregular and wavy. So I'm gonna fill the rest of the area with many details. Also, where I find the white more, I'm slightly add Phthalo Blue for the background color. As you can see, the iris of an eye has different values and shapes, so I'm just making sure to cover each and everything in the right spot. So yeah, I'm now using the electric eraser to erase some of the areas for the highlights, and this highlight will create the illusion that the eye is narrated. Then I'm going in with the Phthalo Blue to tweak up some details. So with black color pencil, I'm going in with the remaining details to the shadows or dark patterns. Then I'm gonna go ahead and draw the reflection of the lashes onto the iris. But make sure that whenever you draw the rough eyelashes, draw it first with the mechanical pencil, then darken them up with the black color. So after that, I'll go ahead with the Phthalo Blue and orange color to add the reflected colors of the iris underneath the reflected eyelashes. Now I'm going to use the Posca Uni-Ball Pen for adding some whites to make it look proper stand out. As the colored portion of the eye is almost done, now moving on to the black and white portion. Next, I'm gonna draw some rough outlines for the upper eyelid, lower eyelid along with the corner of the eye with the 2B charcoal pencil, and then I'll blend it out with the dry brush. Then I'm going to add the first layer of the eyelashes using the same pencil and again blend it out with the tissue paper. So make sure that you keep an eye on the reference image and see which lashes is light and which is dark, especially if you're using the darker pencil later on to darken them. So here I'm slowly layering the values of charcoal until I get the desired result. Next, I'm gonna add some dark shadows around the corner of an eye, and then I'll be blending one more layer of the eyelashes and blend it out again with the tissue paper. So I'll keep building up the layers until I'll get to the right amount of the volume in my upper eyelashes using the charcoal pencil. Then I'm also extending the eyelashes with the same pencil. Now for the bottom eyelashes, the direction of eyelashes are pulled upward and then down. So they are less concentrated than those found along the top eyelid. So make sure that you blend nicely and add layers to make it look subtle and realistic. So after the lower lashes, I'm gonna shade the white of the eye with the blending brush. Next, I'm gonna go grab the kneaded eraser to pull up the charcoal in such a way that's going to add pop to the eyelashes. Along with that, I'm using the Tombow Mono Zero eraser for pulling up the charcoal from the lower eyelid as well. Next, for the upper eyelid skin texture, now I'm going to add the skin texture on the upper eyelid of this eye using an eraser. You can pick any eraser, Tombow eraser or the electric eraser to draw the skin texture subtractively. Then I'll go back to the lashes area and voluminize the eyelashes with the 6B grade of charcoal and then blend them out as required using the dry brush. Now I'll go ahead with the black color pencil to draw the retina thread in the eye, and I'm also using the same black color pencil to glaze over the lashes. And also I'm filling in the shadowed areas wherever I found the missing dark areas. So for this you must follow the reference image to get the lights and darks on a right spot. Next, I'll go down and place some micro details in the lower eyelid, which includes eyelashes reflections, skin texture, and highlights in between the eyelashes. So for that, I'm using the black color pencil and Tombow Mono Zero eraser for these details. Then I'll go ahead and use the Posca White Uni-Ball Pen for adding some of the bright details. You can use the blender to smudge it out for the realistic and very natural look, but it's all up to you. Lastly, I'm just tweaking here some details like adding highlights, balancing the color tonality, and adding the shadows and all. So with this all tweaks, this is it for today's tutorial. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye!